dive right into it. Understanding the power of the power of the pay plan of Nspire Network and how to maximize your income potential. Well, it first starts with understanding the starting positions. There are 3 starting positions, and there are some CV points that are associated with these starting positions. And all CV stands for is commissionable volume, from $99 to $4.99. And you can see the different CV that's associated with them. And I'm going to show you in another slide of how that correlates in certain parts of our compensation plan. But you'll see right away, for getting started, you'll earn 10% of all of the CV that accumulates in your binary tree. And I'm going to show you that as well. But as you rank advance to consultant by having 1,000 total CV in your group, no more than 40% can come from one leg. You will actually now, your income potential will increase per week. And as you can see, as you reach star, which I'm going to emphasize today, now you get a pay raise to 15%. And now you can earn up to $750 per week to superstar. But megastar is also where I'm going to emphasize today, because at this rank, now you're earning some really strong monthly income. You're earning some strong income at star, but you're really earning some strong income at megastar. And it takes for you and your group to do 25,000 CV in a calendar month. Now your weekly income can increase up to $3,500 per week. And then we have Rockstar, Diamond, Ambassador, Icon, Legend, Legends Legacy, and Legends Dynasty, or Dynasty Legend. And that's 3 million in volume between you and your entire team. No more than 40% can come from one leg. And what that means is, let's say you introduce me and I do 3 million, and me and my team do 3 million in volume. Well, yes, you'll get paid on all 3 million. But as far as rank qualifications are concerned, you can only count 40% of the volume I do for your overall contribution to your rank advancement. So you at least have to have a few more legs that have volume in them for you to actually reach or be qualified to be recognized at that rank and to be paid up to $200,000 per week. That's a nice amount of income. And this is a very aggressive compensation plan, one of the most aggressive that I've seen. And here's the mindset that I'm going to give you, because I'm not going to just give you numbers. I'm going to give you the mindset. I'm going to give you some principles and philosophies that I've lived by, and the reason why I've gone from one company to the next company to the next company and got my income up to 5 figures, 6 figures, and multiple 7 figures. In multiple companies, different compensation plans. One was a binary, one was a unilevel. It didn't matter, because the principles never change. And as long as you live by certain principles, you'll be able to succeed in this business, in any business, but also those principles are transferable to your life. Now, let's understand how the dual team works. And it's really simple. And I want you to keep it very, very simple. I'm not going to get complex at all, because complexity confuses people. Things that are very simple can be duplicated over and over again. There's only 2 teams that we're building, and that's why it's called a dual team, meaning 2. You have a team on the left and a team on the right. And as you introduce more people, you just place them on the far outside left. If you're placing them on the left, underneath the last person who's there, and they'll start placing people. Now they have an inside, which is their far outside right. You don't want to place people here. You just want to place people on the outside. That's their responsibility to fill this spot. And what Nspire Network would do is they'll pay you 10% up to 24% of the lesser leg. But I'm going to show you how that breaks down, because you're really getting paid on both sides, but they just pay you the percentage of the lesser leg because it's easier to actually pay out in that commissional structure. But you're getting paid from both sides. Now, how do you qualify to receive a dual team check? You must personally introduce one person on the left and one person on the right. Now, some of you have people already on one side, and so you have to go to the bottom of that side or use the default feature, as mentioned in the enrollment video, and place a person on that side, even though there are other people that are there. You didn't personally enroll them. but you're going to actually get paid off of them. And when you have a total of 70 CV on the left and 70 CV on the right, which is anyone getting started at the 299 packs or one 299 pack or one 499 pack that you personally enroll, now you qualify to actually receive commissions. And you have placed your minimum order, which is by you getting started, which we are very hopeful and very prayerful that we will be actually effectively live so that you can order your product on May the 1st. Well, that fulfills your requirement. But every month, you must maintain at least 35 CV in order to receive a dual team check. And that's pretty reasonable. I've been a part of some companies where you had to maintain a whole lot more. Let's just put it that way. So 35 CV is the lowest that I've seen. And I've been a part of some companies where in order to reach the top ranks, they wanted you to do 800 CV. And that just didn't make any sense. That's why I could no longer participate in that venture. 35 CV, and with you acquiring customers and your customers count towards your minimum monthlies, that's huge. 35 CV will be very, very easy. Now, let me give you an example of how to go star and how this actually works out, because star is one of the most recognized positions in our company. And it's one of the most easiest to obtain. And it has some of the most profits at the earlier stages than any other rank that I've seen in our industry. And all you need to do personally is introduce 3 on your left, 3 on your right. That's you personally enrolling them. It doesn't matter where they get started at. And then you want to grow your team by 24 total people. So that's each one of them getting 3 apiece, or one person gets 1, one person gets 6, as long as it's a total of 24. Now we know based off of the numbers, and I'm going to break them down to you, that you will have reached the rank of star and done over 5,000 in CV, but you don't want to stop there. Step number 3 says, make sure everyone is following the Nspire Enlightenment 3-step system. You see, I've watched groups grow extremely fast, and they enrolled a whole lot of people, and none of them were walked through the system, and that group imploded over time. Now, it was one of the fastest growing for a certain portion of time, but it wasn't the longest lasting. And I've watched groups grow a lot slower, but a lot more stable. And the income was very stable because they were plugged into a system. And I'm sharing with you today, if you haven't gone through the Nspire Enlightenment training, which I won't have time to go through today, make sure you go through it. Make sure you walk through the 3 steps and you know exactly how to ask, exactly how to show, exactly how to promote, because every single person, when you walk them through that system, I'm not saying all of them will do it, but at least they know exactly what's necessary for them to have long-term success. And then lastly, what's extremely important, because there's a philosophy and a principle of getting people in, keeping them in, and moving them along. And the moving along comes from, and the keeping in comes from them attending a focus group and the next Nspire event. That's so important, because you can only inspire people to a certain level. The next level of growth and the next level of maturity and the next level of belief and the next level of excitement will come from other people, will come from testimonials. Like when I was in Las Vegas, I heard some testimonials from some women that moved me, that moved so many people there, that got people so excited that when they left there, they started going out sharing the story and the campaign with everyone that they knew. Now, let's look at what that looks like. Now that you're a star and you're earning 15% commission, as you can see in the top right, each package and the CV associated with each package. Let's say you personally enroll someone who gets started at which pack? The Achiever pack. And let's say you enroll someone who gets started at which pack? The Premium package. Now you're qualified and you're earning 15%. And they enroll someone who gets started at the Premium pack. And she enrolls someone who gets started at the Premium pack. The system is going to calculate all the CV Every single week, Sunday at midnight is when the clock stops. And then Monday morning at 12:01, it restarts. And they calculate all this for you. So you don't have to do it. And so on your left, you got 912 CV. On your right, you have 702 CV. So what they do is they take the lesser side, and that's what they're going to pay you on. And they pay you evenly on both sides, 7.5% in this example, because you're a star consultant. And what that comes out to is 52.65 on each side. And the difference, what you're going to be left with, is 210 CV on your left and 0 on your right. And this is pretty cool because you don't have to do the calculations yourself. All you have to do is do focus groups, encourage, inform, blast out the Cherish video, blast out. I was talking to a very successful gentleman yesterday, and he wanted to know what it was that I was doing. And again, I did not tell him we were in the sanitary napkin industry. I told him, you got to see it. And because of the level of respect we have for one another, he said, yeah, I watched the video. And he didn't ask me any further what it was. And I know him and his wife are watching the video. And I know without a shadow of a doubt, based on our conversations, that we'll be building a very large group together. But this is how you're going to be paid in the binary. Now, let's look at the commissions for going star. Because remember, 3 on your left, 3 on your right, a total of 24. And what we've done, because we're principle based, is we know that not everybody's going to get started at the 99 pack, and not everybody's going to get started at the $4.99 pack. So we take an average of the commissionable volume and an average of the actual fast start bonus to calculate our numbers of what a star is going to earn. And here's what it comes out to. When you add up the CV and divide it by 3, you're going to come up to 210, right? Around there. And then when you add up all the commissions of the fast start bonus that's paid out and divide by 3, it's 5250. So when you personally enroll 6 individuals, regardless of where they got started at, we're taking the average of 5250. That's $315. Now, some of you may have all, premium packages, or you may have all achiever packages, or you may have more premium packages than you have any other packages. But let's take the average. Now, the second bonus that we're going to actually share with you is the dual team. You'll have around an average of 20 CV on both sides, and 15% of that, okay, is $378. Not bad for, introducing a few folks, and them introducing a few folks, and them introducing a few folks. And then the matching bonus on average is going to pay you $310. When you total all that up, just by going star, that's $1,000 that you earn that month. Now, let me prepare you, because I've gotten questions, Ramon. Well, what happens the next month? Well, here's where the principles and the philosophies are extremely important, because the next month, you're right, they're only going to actually be purchasing the product that they need. Some will purchase a lot more. Some will just purchase the average amount of 35 CV. So typically what will happen is your income will decrease a little bit, because there's a smaller amount of commissionable volume that is going through your back office. But here's where the principles come in. See, as soon as you go star, you want to identify one of these 24, or 3 of these 24, or 6 of these 24, or 8 of these 24 who want to do what it is that you did, which is go star. And you immediately want to help them by doing focus groups for them, by getting them to focus groups in their area, by doing webinars for them, by doing conference calls, or plugging them into the conference call system so that they know what it is to go star. And every single star that you actually help promote in your group pays you another $1,000. So my question to you is, how many stars do you want to have in your group? How many people do you want to help? That's why the nature of every individual is really to help people. Yes, some of us are more money motivated than others. Yes, some of us are more factual than others. Yes, some of us love to have more fun than others. Yes, some of us, love helping people more than others. But our nature, it's innately in us, is to help. And when you go back to who you really are in helping people in this compensation plan with this product, you will help your family in so many ways. So once you go star, that very next month, if not that month, here's what I would do. I would recommend when you're going star, identify someone that you can break star with you, that you can help go star at the same time, or several people that you can help go star at the same time. Don't wait till the month's end, because you got 30 days. You got 30 days from May 1st, when we actually start taking orders. You got a whole 30 days to go star and to break as many stars as possible. Awesome. Now, once you go star, because I told you in this compensation plan, it's not that we're skipping over, rock star and the other ranks. It's that you only go star to go mega star. And the easiest way to do it is, now that you already enrolled 3 people on each side, enroll 7 more on each side. So you have a total of 10. If you can do it right away, do it right away. Personally enroll 10 on your left, 10 on your right. And the reason why you go star to go mega star is because now it gives you more recognition. Now it gives you more results. And in our industry, we come from a very result-oriented industry where people are not looking at what you say, they're looking at the results that you've been able to garner, the results that you've been able to receive. And it's important that in your group, on your team, you create a culture of a high level of success. It makes it easier for you to recruit. It makes it easier for you to actually, communicate the opportunity, because now you don't really have to, tell people, who you are and what you've done. You just share with them the people that you have on your team that are getting results. And their natural response would be, I want to work with you because you're getting results. The second thing that you need to do is grow your team by 120 people. Now that you have over 24 as a star, now help create more stars. The easiest way to grow your team to 120 is help 5 people on your team in 3 separate legs go star. Ramon, well, what is a leg? Well, it's a person that you personally enrolled. So let's say you introduce me, I'm 1 leg, and you introduce Pastor Shirley. Pastor Shirley's another leg, and you introduce Tony Strickland. Tony Strickland is another leg. That's 3 legs. So help 5 people in 3 separate legs go star, and you have well over 120 people for sure. And then, just as we stated before, remember the principles stay the same. Make sure everyone is following the Nspire Enlightenment 3-step system. I can't emphasize this enough. I've seen talented individuals create large success and not plug them into the system, and all the work that they did, they had to do all over again. Here, when you build it the right way, and it'll stand the test of time. It will. I've built businesses and plugged them into the system that are still growing right now. If the company, was willing to continue to pay me, even though I'm not there, I would still be earning a residual income because they're not going anywhere because I plugged them into the system. Now, the structure to go legend, because I don't want you to stop at megastar. I definitely don't want you to stop at star, because this one will continue to grow as you continue to follow the system, as you continue to help more and more people go star. Now, the proper structure for legend is to enroll personally 25 on your left and 25 on your right. Now that you already have 10 and 10, just introduce 15 more on each side. And to grow your team to a total of 1,000 people. When you have over 1,000 people on your team, oh, wow, you're making, I can't guarantee this, but based on the math, based on the numbers that we've seen, you're making over $20,000 a month, minimum, when you have 1,000 people on your team plugged into the system. Now, in order to get there, this is actually where you want to actually build, some very strong book of business, help 200 people on your team in 2 separate legs go star. Just help 200 people. So that's 20 leaders who have 10 stars in their business. That's not you doing it all yourself. Identify 20 people. And you'll see that this foundation that we're building right now is going to be extremely solid, that you'll be able to build a mansion on when you have a foundation of 20 leaders. Identify 20 leaders who have 10 stars in their business. And like we said before, Make sure everyone is following the Nspire Enlightenment 3-step system. Make sure they all are plugging into the system. And then to go Legend Dynasty, simple structure. 50 on the left, 50 on the right, a total of 5,000 total people, 600 people on your team and 10 separate legs that went star. Identify again 20 leaders who have 30 stars in their business, and make sure everyone is following the Nspire Enlightenment system. So that you don't get overwhelmed, here's what you focus on. Focus on going star right here. Focus on going star and breaking more stars. Focus on going star and breaking more stars. I just wanted to give you the bigger picture. Focus on star. Focus on star. Focus on star, and you will go very, very far. You'll go past megastar. You'll go past legend, and you will eventually become a legend dynasty, because now you focused on star and you broke more stars, and your team now became star producers, and you've got star calls and star dinners, and everything is centered around star. And you've got so much recognition, not just from the company, but you're doing recognition internally in your group. Like, in fact, when we do the West Coast tour part 2, we're going to have a lot of star recognition. So you want to make sure you focus on star and help more people go star. Now, the activity that it's going to take, that you want to build a daily method of operation for you and your team. And this is something that I pride myself by, because Jim Rome said it best. And it's important to have affirmations. You know, one of my affirmations is, I, Ramon, am so pumped, so excited, so confident, so healthy, so influential that I'm a people magnet, and positive, influential, business-minded people are attracted to me. That's what I say with feeling and emotion. But just affirmations alone aren't enough. And Jim Rome, I think, said it best. He said, affirmations without activity are the early signs of delusion. Make sure you're doing some activity. And this PS3 is not the PlayStation game. It's a daily method of operation that I live by, where you pique interest. You pique interest, whether it's through social media, whether it's through text blast, whether it's through a phone call, whether it's through people that you just have met, and you make sure that they're watching the video. So you got to ask yourself, how many people did you share the video with today? And I would recommend at least every day you get 2 people watching that video. So that's 2 times 5. If you take Saturday and Sunday off, that's 10 new people every single week that are watching the video. That's 40 new people every single month that are watching the video. If you only get 10% to actually become a customer or become a distributor, that's 4 new people that actually join your business every single month. If you operated in that fashion, if you operated with that daily method of operation, where 2 new people every single day you show the opportunity, the presentation video to, or the cherished video to. But I just said 5 days a week. What if you did it 7 days a week? What if you introduced 5 people a day? See how the numbers can grow exponentially? Number 2 is show the plan. And here's the beautiful thing about what we have. You don't have to physically show the plan yourself. You can use a video. You can actually do your own focus group, or you can plug them into a focus group that's in your area. But you got to pique interest and show the plan. And then after you show the plan, you got to follow up. The fortune is in the follow-up, and the follow-up comes from doing a 3-way call. That's PS3. Pique interest, show the plan, 3-way call. And what a 3-way call does, let me explain to you for those who may not really understand this concept. A 3-way call does a few different things. The first thing it does is it validates the opportunity for a new person, because the level of respect that you have with your prospect isn't necessarily in this arena. They may know you because you guys work together, or they may know you because you guys worship together. They may know you because you've been friends for so long. So they don't know you as a network marketing guru. They don't know you as a sanitary napkin guru. So by you bringing on your upline, who you actually edify, sharing with them their success, either in the industry or that they're a part of this movement to help 20 people, whatever your vision is, to help 20 people earn 6 figures this year, that's going to gain some respect. for this new person, for this prospect to actually, listen to someone that they don't know. Then the second thing it does is your upline is going to re-edify you as someone that's a part of this major movement, as one of the leaders, one of the pioneers, actually spearheading all the growth that's going to take place in the Atlanta market or the Memphis market, wherever you live in the surrounding areas. So a three-way call is so important to this process for your prospects if it's needed. Now, if you've got someone that watched the video and said, I'm in, no, you don't need to do a three-way call at all, but you do need to plug them into the three-step enlightenment system. You do need to get them to a focus group or do a focus group for them. And you're probably saying, well, Ramon, I don't have any pads to do a focus group. You can invite people over to your home and have them watch the video. Have them watch the Damon Crump video on YouTube, or have them watch the Cherish video. And I guarantee you'll get the same results as if you had the Cherish pads yourself. Because they'll see the vision of where it is going and they'll want to be a part of it. And the cost won't matter. The buy-in won't matter. The fact that they can't see the Cherish pads won't matter, because they'll see the vision, because it will be illustrated through the video and you'll re-emphasize it with your own words and put it in your own words and context. No, PS3 is extremely important. And that's how we built a group and an organization of over 20,000 folks around the world. We put 1,000 people in a new country in 30 days by doing PS3. Now this is because I wanted to show you what it looks like based off of packages coming in, but you always want to stick to the structure that I showed you in the previous slides. This just gives you numerically how easy it is to get to consultant, how easy it is to go star, how easy it is to go mega star, based off of packages going in. But remember that without structure, all this is people buying packs, and they're not necessarily going to stick unless you walk them through the 3 enlightenment training system. That system is more important than knowing these numbers. But I did want to share with you these numbers so it's doable. Literally Megastar is 72 people coming in at, the premium pack, or the 120 at the $299 pack. And that's not you personally enrolling them all yourself. That's you and a few people bringing these packs in, or you and 6, or you and 9 other people bringing these packs in. And then Rockstar, Diamond, Ambassador, Icon, this is what that looks like. Diamond is 285 people, coming in at the premium pack, or Icon is 1,425 people coming in at the associate pack. How my mind works and how I've always operated when I've gotten involved, even early on, when I was a brand new IBO in the company, I always wanted to know what it took, from a number standpoint, to get to the top of the compensation plan. What were the numbers? What did it take to go Legend Dynasty? If it's 3 million in volume, okay, well, how many people need to join? Because then that lets me know, who do I need to become in order to attract leaders that will go out and attract a group that size? That was my thought process. That was how I worked it backwards. If this is, the Lamborghini, well, okay, well, how did it start? What engine did you start with in order for you to actually go from 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds? And that's how I worked backwards. So I looked at the top, and then I said, okay, the top is just merely a microcosm of a whole bunch of people going star. So what's the foundation that I need? Well, I need to identify 20 leaders that are willing to help 30 people in each of their groups develop 30 stars. And then that's how I saw this. I started to work it mechanically and see, oh, wow, that's only 8,548 people getting started at the premium pack, or in that month, or 44,777, $99 packs. But when I actually focused on the structure, these numbers came by default. Listen to what I said. When I focused on the structure, the numbers happened by themselves. So focus on star, focus on helping people go star, and the numbers will take care of themselves. But I did want you to be able to see the numbers. Now, real income from customers. This is what you've seen in the webinar presentation if you actually had a chance to be on there. And we identified that the average household will have at least 2 customers. So that's 2 people in the household buying 2 packs of Cherish pads. 2 people in the household buying 2 packs of premium sanitary napkins, premium sanitary napkins, Cherish pads. That's $10, right? Your income on that is $2.80. So do you believe over time you'll have 100 customers? Absolutely. That's $280 per month residually. Do you believe over time it's possible to have 2,500 customers? That's $7,000 per month. That's not the dual team income. That's not your fast start bonus. That's not your matching bonus. That's not your global bonus pool. That's not any of that. That's an extra $7,000 per month. What about 5,000? What about 10,000? 20? What if you really believed that it's possible that over time, and I believe all things are possible to those that believe. I just have that belief. And I believe it does take time. It does take experience. But over time, you had over 100,000 customers that you built a portfolio on. And that would yield you $2.8 million per month. Now, let me share a story with you because I believe in believing. I really believe in believing. And there's a gentleman, his name is Jeff Roberti. And Jeff has no idea how many distributors he has. He does not have a clue, nor does he care. But he can tell you how many customers he has. And Jeff has the most stable income in the entire network marketing community, by far. Why? Because he never built his business off of distributors. He built his business off of customers. And I just believe we have a superior product, although they have a great product. Don't get me wrong. They have a great product. But day after day, month after month, year after year, Jeff focused on the main thing, which were customers. And I believe he's got, a couple 100,000 customers by now. Customers. Now he's been with that company, I think 15, 20 years. But how many of us plan on being alive for the next 15 or 20 years, right? And it's not that he doesn't have a life, and it's not that he doesn't, enjoy the fruits of his labor. He's following their system. And their system over time has yielded that many customers. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a strong system. And we've got a lot of believers, starting with our CEO, Mr. Spencer Iverson, to our COO, Mr. Joel Medina, to our Director of Global Sales, Mr. Damon Coleman, and one of our co-founders and floaters, Mr. Damon Crump. They put a system in place that all you have to do is follow it. And over time, you will grow your customer base. And for those of you that are willing to put in the extra work and go the extra mile, you will build an empire of customers because you got a product that really, really works. And you've got a system that really, really works. And so I know that that's going to happen over time. Now, what's next? I would encourage you to do your own focus group. Second thing, I would encourage you to get to a focus group in your area. I'll be in Berkeley this upcoming week. I'll give you my webinar schedule as we put it together. I'll also be in Denver in May. I'll also be in Arizona in May, Killeen, Texas, and Houston, Texas in May. You want to have at least 2 people minimum every day watching the video. You want to get qualified for the first leadership retreat by going megastar or above. And you want to work together with all the leaders in your area. A part of the launch strategy is launching as a group. And that's so important. I've seen groups, be extreme.